Hey, we got a commentee. Algo comment. Welcome to the brew. Oh, how's it going?
It's going good. I'm just trying to get.
We're getting really pretty good.
Make sure I'm getting really good.
Oh, you guys, here we go. I feel like we need to open with an excited face. You know, we need to have a pre-excited face.
Right.
Hey! Maybe we start screaming before we know what's gonna happen.
Sure.
You know, I think
that
could be potent. Thanks for joining us today for the brew, guys.
How you guys feeling? You guys doing good today?
It's a nice beat, yeah. I'm doing great.
You doing great?
Actually, I had a pretty rough... I quit drinking 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Just to continue my streak of talking about drugs and alcohol.
Right, just right off the gate.
Right off the gate. I quit drinking 2 days ago, but sleep has been tough.
But tell the folks at home, you partially quit drinking. Oh, no.
Go ahead and reconnect. So...
Well, are we live still?
We're still live. We're live.
Folks, we're having a little bit of AV technical back end issues. We'd give you the inside baseball, but we're just going to keep going ahead because now we're at second base. What was I going to tell them about? That you're partially quitting drinking.
Oh, yeah.
You can't say you're quitting drinking and then in 7 hours...
Oh, no, you can. It's just...
And then in 7 hours plan to literally drink.
You can. It's just not very honest of you.
It's not very honest.
Okay, here's what I'm quitting, folks. I'm quitting drinking daily. I drink every day. I drink 4 to 8 beers a day.
Dude! His hair does look good, right?
Thank you.
I've been trying to tell this boy the show is sexy hair.
They're trying to convince me not to.
He looks like he's from the 80s.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, do the whole thing.
I mean, this looks, I like this. This looks pretty good.
Don't give him just... So, on our last episode, I don't know if you guys saw, but we cut Tyler's hair live on the brew, and I actually gave him a style cut without even meaning to.
Dude, I don't understand.
Cuts by Jay.
Yeah, cuts by Jay.
Cuts by real estate agent. I'm a reverend. I'm a hairdresser.
Yeah.
I manage events. I work in property management.
Absolutely. Matt dipped his toe into pig wrangling.
I dipped my toe into pig wrangling, but I know where my toes belong.
I would agree, Boogie Boy, more like the early 2000s.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, earlier, I'll show you a picture, Boogie Boy, because earlier it really did have that 80s. Right now, he's kind of like, he plays in the band The Kooks. That's kind of Kooks vibe right now. But earlier, he had that I play an Iron Maiden.
Anyway, I'm planning on getting it. I'm getting it chopped, but if everybody keeps giving me compliments...
Dude, you literally look wonderful.
And my sex life improves drastically.
You literally look so good.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, the interesting thing is there's a gap here. You see
this that's a very calculated gap.
That's a calculated gap. When he bundled that hair and cut it with a box cutter, there was a lot of intention put into that cut.
Yeah. Well, you have to have the right angularity.
You do.
It's about angularity, it's about force, and it's about torque.
And the bundling.
The bundling, too.
The bundling method is
and I did have some help from Matt, his brother.
Yeah.
So
some chef scissors. We had some cook scissors.
Food grade, baby.
Anyways, I've been having some nightmares. Last night, I'm going to clue you guys into a pretty nice nightmare that I had. This is the one that kept me up. I had 3 nightmares that woke me up, but one that kept me up. This is Nightmares from Tea, a little segment that we do. I had a dream last night that me and all my loved ones and friends were staying in some kind of place together, and they were getting murdered one by one, and it was terrifying. We were trying to figure out who had done it. And at the end, I realized that I had gone insane and had killed all of them. And I had all these flashbacks of murdering all my friends and family.
Oh my god,
yeah.
Tyler.
It was pretty fucked.
This guy constantly has the most realistic and actually horrific dreams.
It was really bad. It took me like an hour to go back to sleep.
That's like maybe your personal consummate nightmare.
Yeah.
That because Tyler, can I say? I mean, you're afraid of just
going nuts,
falling off a truck or something.
I've been writing albums about it. Opens the sick door.
Yeah.
I've been making album concepts about it.
Writing albums about it.
I've been
quitting drinking.
Yeah, no, since I was probably like 16.
Yeah, I just had this really big fear of going insane, and I fear it too.
Yeah,
I fear it too. Yeah.
It's funny because I've dabbled so much in hallucinogenics and all this.
Sometimes you can open the sick door and not be able to close it because it's jammed full of sick.
It's jammed full of sick.
Sick all in the jam.
Oh! Jammed full of sick. That's my new concept album. You know,
that you've written.
That I've written, yeah, in the last 30 seconds.
So one time I remember he told me that he had a nightmare where I was like were doing something. We were together.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
And then fucking,
Yeah.
my entire abdomen gets sliced open, and he hears my intestines come out of my body onto the floor.
Through a parking garage, and these people are pursuing us, and I hear this wet slash. I hear this wet slashing sound, and then I just hear his guts hit the floor, and I turn around, and a guy with a katana has just...
Is a katana?
I honestly, I kind of filled that blank in. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Sure.
But your guts are there, and you're just kind of stumbling forward.
I got seppuku'd by someone else.
You got non-use seppuku.
Slash puku'd.
Ooh, he got slash puku'd. Anyways, yeah, a lot of violent dreams. My doctor now is saying it's PTSD, but it doesn't make that much sense because I don't have that much
trauma.
Violent trauma. Yeah, so I'm like,
it's all relative.
What
what could it be? If you were to kind of give your best guess, what would?
My dad was pretty angry. He did a lot of like crazy, but that doesn't feel right.
Did he cut anybody's?
He didn't cut
intestines with a slashing.
He didn't slash anybody's intestines out of their body.
Okay, so that rules that out.
That rules that out. Where do you get that? I mean, probably media.
I mean, you said you watched Silence of the Lambs when you were like 10.
I did watch Silence of the Lambs.
Is that
can you get
one
PTSD?
Time?
Is one Silence of the Lambs? I think I was 8 though, which is a pretty big difference.
That's good. Honestly, that director deserves a little something. Then, if he literally gave you PTSD, like that's art.
You get
baby.
the PTSD of the Year award.
Yeah,
it's part of the.
They don't discover that you get that award 15 years later when enough people file a class action lawsuit. It's non-alcoholic,
Quit
folks.
drinking, folks.
This boy's been dry.
I've been dry.
He's dry. Dry as a pie that you burn to a crisp.
Oh, what was the one fake slur we made up for people that work with camels?
I don't remember.
It was a gamoot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dry as a gamoot. I figure
Dry
if you work
as a
with
gamoot.
camels, you're working in a pretty dry environment. You know.
Yeah. Well,
are there any camels in wet environments?
I don't know.
I feel like is it true that a camel's back is full of water?
I believe it's making me think of a memory when I was in 3rd grade. We had to do a report on an animal, and I chose camels. And I just remember like taking some liberties with my understanding of camels. And I was like, I remember for some reason my dad was at the report, and I was like, yeah. So basically, the camels, they can store water, and if they can store in one of the humps, and that lasts about 1 month, and then
you just made all this.
I made this up, and the second hump, that's another month, and then I literally heard my dad laughing in the audience, and I was like, what is he laughing at? Are there people not buying this? Like.
So wait, this wasn't just a classroom.
I think it was like a Cub Scout thing.
Oh,
for some reason in the Cub Scouts they were like, yeah, go ahead and do a report on. And I remember I just opened my like Webster's Dictionary for Kids, and I just kind of looked, because this was like before the internet was really like a big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I could kind of get in and out, but
yeah, it was mostly just like boobies at that point. For me, the novelty at the very beginning of the internet was like, whoa.
You found that?
You can see boobies. My dad actually stumbled upon a porn site when he was looking up Tix.
Sure.
Tix.com.
Sure. Stumbled upon a porn.
What
the frick?
Maybe it was tits.com instead of tix.com or I don't know. It was.
He probably just typed in tits.
He probably just typed in tits.com and then. But after I saw that, I was like, okay. Well, and it was like, it wasn't tits though. Excuse me. It was something else. It just exploded out of me.
He's a gaseous mess.
I'm a gaseous mess this morning. I really am. Ready for the show. I'm ready for the show. I'm gassing up intentionally.
We're playing a show tonight.
We are.
Tonight at the Jules Mays Saloon in Georgetown.
Doors at 7 p.m. That's Jules Mays
Saloon in Georgetown.
For tonight, it's
Seattle, Washington, May 5th.
Mayo Saloon.
Not a Cinco de Mayo show.
Not a Cinco de Mayo
show. But you're gonna want to see what happens. Do not sleep on this one, folks.
I'm imagining that camels are the most
Keep going with your story.
Ball loaded.
What are you doing right now?
Okay, hard pivot. We're moving away.
Well, now I want to know, what was it?
It's just it had to be presented in the right way, and I missed my chance.
I felt like I was like, camels. I've been talking about camels in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We haven't talked about camels in 45 seconds. Camel.
Oh,
It's all camel cum.
Oh, it's not water, it's just cum.
Yeah. they're for some reason
They have a very low viscous cum.
Yeah.
So people
Maybe
thought
they're
that it
kind
was
of
water. It was actually similar to female
They're
ejaculate.
the fire department of the desert, you know?
Okay.
It's the camel brigade,
Sure. But it's just cum.
It's just
so
cum.
so how they put out the fires is just jerking off. That's what you were getting.
And I'm
at?
imagining there's like a synergy between them and one other species. It's like they do their job, which is unload the cum, but there's like a small monkey.
Slug or
there's
something.
like
a series of slugs.
A series of slugs that has to trigger the
the camel.
And then maybe there's a mouse with a big throat that like does the siren, you know? The monkeys are spitting on their hands, getting geared up.
When you said mouse with a big throat, I
was
was like, that mouse gets none of this camel cum. We need
no,
that for the
cum
fires.
is very important for the fires.
But the throat is for the
Anyways,
sirens.
I just needed to go at it a little bit sooner. I lost confidence.
Yeah, no,
in the
I'm
bit.
glad hey, that was nice.
Thank
we
you.
really got
Thank
there
you.
in the end.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Are there any other little animals that could be a part of this process? I don't think so.
Well, I wanted to say I was stumbling on fake porn sites. For some reason, when I was younger, I wanted to go to The Simpsons because I love The Simpsons. Who didn't? I tried to go to Simpson.com and somehow I went to SimSim.com and it was porn.
Oh.
And it kind of it scared me. I don't know. When I first looked at porn, like the first couple of times, first time I saw a vagina, I know this is kind of like a hack point, but I literally was like a little scared.
Whoa. Yeah,
I was playing Yahoo Games Pool online, and one guy was like being really weird, and I looked at his profile, and it was just like a chick with like her pussy out. It was like a fake profile with a guy that just had a porn
I had some people show me porn when I was like 4 years old.
That young?
Yeah.
Actually 4?
Yeah, and a bunch of it too. Like 15
it wasn't
minutes,
just like a oops.
15 minutes of porn.
Oh my god. Who?
Yeah. I don't want to go. I can't say.
You can't say.
I can't say. I can't
oh my
go
god.
into it. It's not anyone. It's not
your.
Yeah.
It's not
anything weird. I just can't say.
Well, I can say because I'm not connected to this part of my family. So what happened was I was like 8, and the internet was in like the very nascent stages. And I went to my cousin's house. We spent a lot of time at my cousin's house, and he had the dial-up internet. He was showing me like the internet and stuff like that, and I was trying to go to like kidswb.com. That's what I wanted. I was like fucking Animaniacs. That's my shit. Anyway, somehow we got on this like chat stuff, and then he was showing me porn, and then there was like all of these.
How old was he?
He was like 17, 18.
Were...
I was like 8. He should not have been showing me porn. And so then somehow we start like looking at this porn for a second. And my wires are like, I don't know what's going on, but like me and my cousin don't spend a lot of time, so I want to be like cool to him.
Yeah.
So then there was this like animated screen on like the porn website, and there was like, like there's all these animated people, and I just told him, I was like, oh, click on that sexy guy. And then, because I just was like, oh, guys are sexiness. And then he was like, sexy guy? What are you, gay, dude? And I was like, what? No?
Oh,
what? I just fucking thought the guy was sexy. I just...
Come on. I'm having fun. We're having fun, right?
He was like an animated guy with like a tuxedo, but then no shirt.
You had 2 genders to pick from.
I had a 50-50 chance.
You had a 50-50 chance.
There were 2 genders back then. It was a much different time.
Although they did have cartoons still, so you could have picked a cartoon person.
I could have picked a cartoon person, but, I never liked the anime, so... That's where that began and ended.
That's where that began and ended. Okay, fair enough.
So,
what's in the news today?
Okay, a 6-year-old shot to death while playing in front yard of Kansas home. The only thing that goes along with this is somebody knows who did this.
Somebody knows who did this. Okay, okay. One or more
shooters. One or more. Jesus.
Who in the fuck? Like, how do you get your tags? Like, I mean, I'm guessing like gang violence, right? How do you get your tags for killing a child? Right?
What do you mean by tags?
Like, I don't know. I'm just making up words here, but how do you get your dog tag? How do you get your
tags?
How do you get your eye drop tag? There should be a rule.
Did they get tags?
Like I don't know what the there should be a rule like under 16 and you don't get an eye drop.
Okay.
Under 16 you get a little fucking penis tattooed on your face. Like,
okay.
How do you? What are you? I mean, maybe were they trying to hurt the person whose kid it was? Like a 6-year-old doesn't have enough time to start a fucking blood war with someone.
It's true, but they're getting him preemptively.
They're getting in preemptively.
They're like, you're on this set. I'm eliminating this set.
Sure, you're gonna become this gang.
But this is Kansas City,
Chimpanzees
so
do
I
that.
don't
they
know how
kill
crazy.
each other's children in order to prevent them from growing up.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Chimpanzees are wild.
Life finds a way. One or more shooters opened fire on a child playing in the front yard of a Kansas home, killing him, authorities said. The Wednesday attack was in broad daylight and doesn't appear to have been a random act. Police didn't release the name, age of the child, but a family member identified the victim as a 6-year-old Sir Antonio Brown.
So we just have no good information on this.
Jesus. Okay, this is the little boy. This is kind of fucked. I mean, not kind of. Like, this is horrific, but this is the little boy right here. And I don't... And maybe we should... with the little boy. You know, we'll show the pictures of the fucking people that be doing the shit, but not the little boy.
Yeah.
Not the little boy.
I think that's fine. You did show it, though.
Just for a second. Police found more than 30 shell casings at the scene. Holy fuck. Police Deputy Chief George Sims says somebody knows who did this. Do not retaliate. Do not confront them. Do not shelter them. Call the police department.
This one is just sad.
This was a hard one. This is
the hardest one for me. I don't know why.
He always has something silly or witty to say, teacher Amanda Minot said. Yesterday I told him to sit still, so he started pretending to sleepwalk rather than sit still. He is a jokester, but also really smart, has a lot of friends. Had.
Fuck.
She said has, as in present tense, which leads me to believe that she's not even processed it fully.
I think that's probably an accurate statement. Can we move to another sad story that's not just a 6-year-old playing?
Of course.
The thing about a 6-year-old playing in the yard is that, like, every other day of that kid's life, like, inside of the house, mom is cooking dinner and they're going to go watch TV together. And then there's just one day out of the whole life where
something different happens.
Where something different happens. And it
happens 30 times.
It changes the whole space forever.
Yeah.
It changes the whole space forever. Like, it almost negates all of the times you go and eat spaghetti at the dinner table.
Right. Are you imagining Lupin getting shot right now? I feel like you're taking this so
I'm
personally.
taking it pretty hard.
This is like the most hard you've ever taken a news story.
I guess so. Maybe it's just 6 is... I don't know. 6 is...
Six is just a very
Well, most of the kids
nice
survive.
age.
A lot of the times
when we
read this, the kids survive.
3 masked teens jump on school bus, shoot a 14-year-old boy's head, beat him after gun misfires.
He's not dead, though, it sounds like.
Damn. I mean, that was some divine intervention, the gun misfiring.
Yeah.
They did get him, though. They beat him in the head, so let's see.
I always want the nitty-gritty, the reasons on this stuff.
Right. Well, sometimes people don't know the reason. Okay, one of the masked teens pointed a gun at the boy and pulled the trigger 3 fucking times. The 3 times the gun did not fire. This was an attempted murder. Plain and simple, call it what it is. Martin Diggs, the head of the bus drivers union, says. Diggs describes it as a ruthless attack. He even said himself, they pulled the trigger 3 times, but for some reason, by the grace of God, divine intervention, the gun didn't go off and the bullets flew out of the gun. These guys did not know how to operate a gun, I guess.
Huh. I wish I knew a little more about guns so I could give some, like, info.
Yeah, anybody knows about guns, what was happening there?
What would happen that would cause a bullet to discharge from the rear, like, I'm guessing it discharged where the casing would discharge?
Yeah, I don't know. We've not been able to learn the extent of the 14-year-old's...
So they didn't shoot him in the head?
No, they beat him, though.
But it says...
No.
Jump on school bus,
they shoot at his head. This is how headlines work.
This is how headlines work.
They shoot at his head.
Wow, that was a really
so
intense
he just almost got fucking beaten within inches of his life? What the fuck?
Well, no, I mean,
what a jip.
Listen. I thought they shot. See, and now I'm on the other side of the fence. Now I'm like, well, this is... Oh, Walmart employee.
Have you ever had a gun pointed at you? Probably not, right? No. What's the most dangerous situation you've been in? What was the situation? Tell the situation about the guy with the Airbnb when you were on hallucinogens.
You know,
what was that about?
The question of Zimcolo, what's up?
Zimcolo!
You stick your finger in the hole. I mean, I've seen cartoons.
Have you never seen cartoons? Are you talking about the gun? I think he's talking about the gun.
You stick your finger in the hole. Okay, I see.
Hey, fair enough.
I see. I'm gonna condense this. I'm gonna keep this nice and tight. I was on 2.5 hits of...
Men. 2.5 Men, the hit show.
I was on 2.5 Men, the hit show.
As a young boy.
And everything they say about... Charlie Sheen is true. Everything they say about Charlie Sheen is true.
That's quick. This guy does not know pop culture. That was quick.
I was going to say Charlie Swab.
That was fucking huge. Bro.
Thank you.
That was good.
That's a big improvement for me. I was on 2.5 hits of Goldschlager Gel Tab LSD at a tiny home, and they had a tiny home caretaker. There were 6 tiny homes on the property, and there was this old Vietnam vet. Was actually a Vietnam vet. Loopy as shit. Very interesting, crazy guy. Actually, just scary, crazy guy. Anyways, we figured we're at our house. There's our own little yard area. You know, nothing weird is going to happen. To open, we get there. We decide we're going to go on a little walk in the evening. The guy follows us about 100 feet behind for probably 30 minutes. Follows us 100 feet behind us.
I didn't know this part of the story.
Does not say anything the entire fucking time.
And you're on acid.
No. I'm sober.
Okay.
I'm sober. But
Thank
this sets the
fucking
fucking
God.
tone.
Thank
This sets
fucking
the
God.
fucking tone.
Okay.
So he follows us, and eventually I confront him, and I'm like, "Hey, excuse
What's
me,
up?
what's going on? Well, hey, how you doing? What's going on?"
And I know how you do that.
Yeah.
You come in with kindness.
Yeah. So he sensed that something was weird somehow, and was like, "Yeah, just getting some sticks." And then he immediately turned around and started like breaking sticks off from the trail to like clean it up. But he hadn't been doing that, and he had
Right.
followed us for a long time.
Right.
So, weird. Very weird.
Pretty good mental pivot for him.
Very good mental
He's,
pivot
"Oh,
for
me?
him,
Just
and
give
he's a
some
very
sticks."
unstable person.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's over. We didn't get raped, murdered in the woods as a family. This isn't literally a horror movie playing out. Great. Still kind of weird. Got a weird vibe from the guy. Don't want to interact with him anymore. But we've got this 2-day vacation. We're going to
have
drop
the
acid the
Airbnb,
next
you have
day.
the acid.
This is the plan. We're going to do
You're
it.
not going to let this weird guy deter you from the plan.
We go back, we go to sleep, we have some drinks, we have a good night. We wake up the next day, and we zip off into outer space, and we have an absolute blast. We're about 2.5 hours in, so pretty much right on peak level. Right on peak level. We come back, we go on a big walk. We journey through the woods. It's beautiful. We're looking at all the you can zoom in infinitely. My arms are going into infinity in the sky. One of the highest times I've ever had. I mean, it was incredible. It was terrifying. It was amazing. We get back to the house. We're gonna have some ice cream. We thought, hey, that sounds like fun. That's gonna be fun. Sure. I'm playing a little bit of piano out on the deck, and this guy peeks around the corner of the house, and he says, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay. Shit, this guy's here."
You're like 0 to fucking 60.
0 to 60.
Oh,
just
no.
playing some piano. He decides it's a good time to approach and talk to me. So he approaches and talks to me, and it starts off pretty nefarious and gets more and more nefarious.
So he's in your little tiny home yard.
Yeah.
He pokes his head around the corner like a cartoon character.
Yeah. So, what are you doing over there? And I say, "I'm playing piano. Hi,
Oh my God.
hello." And then he walks over to me and my piano and starts talking to me about a lot of different things. But the thing that where things peaked for me is he had a knife out, and he was flipping the knife open and closed over and over again. He was flipping the knife over and over and over again.
I forgot about this.
And he starts telling me how the government every night runs machines, and they come to everyone's houses, and they turn the machines on, and they have little funnels, and they put them in your window, and they pour filth rape into your house. The language that he used was filth rape. And of course I'm like,
now.
I don't understand what you mean what is
Can
filth
you
rape?
expand upon filth rape,
Can you
sir?
expand upon filth rape? And he's like, it's all the bad things in the world. They pour all the bad things in the world into your thoughts and into your mind and into your home. They come in the night and they pour filth rape into your house. And then he turns to me and he says, "Are you a good person?" And folks, at this point in time, his face is melting repeatedly into a puddle and then recycling into the air and then turning back into his face. The forest behind him is a green ocean. Literally waves, actual water. It's a green ocean.
God.
His face is melting off and recycling into his body, and he turns to me and he says, "Are you a good person?"
Jesus.
And I just freeze. It probably took me 60 seconds to respond to him, and I just said, "I don't know." I don't know. And then I faked that I had to shit after that. And
he's like, "Oh, yeah, well, gotta take a shit.
you gotta take a shit,
Just fucking wraps
and
up.
then left.
I'll leave you alone.
So, how at risk was I? I don't really know.
Oh my God.
How afraid was I? The most afraid I've ever been in my entire life.
Oh my God.
The most afraid I've ever been in my
It's
entire
funny about
life.
stories because for some reason I imagined you on one side of the fence and him on the other side of the fence.
No, he was
up in your
about 18
grill.
inches away from me the entire time.
Oh my God, flipping a knife.
Flipping the knife.
That's
and I had the
scary.
box cutter on my hip, and I was
Okay.
like, he's got
'Cause
a
you always
combat
stay
knife.
ready.
I've got a box cutter. He wins this. He lands one good and it's over for me. I've got to get 16 of these box cutters.
You got sharp,
him.
But he's got reach.
Deep. He's got organ damage.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about critical hits.
Yeah.
We're talking about center mass critical hits.
Yeah, with a big hunting knife though, he couldn't. I guess he's probably sharp.
He's gonna stab. He's gonna stab them. He's not gonna slash.
Yeah, but then once you stab,
this is all running through my head at like 180 miles an hour.
Isn't it difficult to get out?
I mean,
I think you only got one good step. Once he's into you,
once he's 8 inches into my guts,
who cares if he's got another one?
Yeah,
you're pretty much debilitated, and you're on acid.
Yeah,
getting killed on acid. Yeah. Oh my god.
Ooh. I mean, maybe the way to go.
It would probably just feel so natural. You're like, right, I'm bleeding into the soil.
Oh, I am one with the fucking universe.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we've got a comment from Zimcola about danger. Do you want to read this one?
Go ahead.
Okay, most danger that I have been in is when I was driving through Detroit, got a flat tire, and while I was changing it, some hood rats claimed they were trying to help, but just kept wanting us to turn our backs to them.
Oh, shit.
I'm 10,000% sure that they were trying to rob us, but I dressed like trash, and eventually they left us alone. I had about $12K in cash in my pocket to buy a car.
Oh my god, that literally gave me shivers. That's fucking terrifying. That is so fucked up. Wait, so it broke down on the side of the road?
Flat tire.
Okay,
yeah,
I
flat
see.
Tire. Question here,
dude. I've heard of scams like that though. I've heard of scams like people like actually thinking like they have a flat tire. A good Samaritan stops to help them, and they get fucked for being a good Samaritan.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, think about all the times.
Or people laying in the middle of the road. People like
laying in the middle of the road. Have you guys ever seen? Is it The Hills Have Eyes? I think it's The Hills Have Eyes.
I've seen that once.
There's a scene where a guy lays down in the middle of the road
as a
ploy,
and
the whole crew gets out.
Oh my!
I'm pretty sure he like leans over to look at the guy, and he just through the chest with like a big
holy shit
dagger. Oh, that movie.
It teaches you to not be a good person.
It teaches you to not be a good person.
But you don't even know if you are or not. So
I'm not even sure.
We're not sure if you even stop.
The most danger I've probably ever been in, I think, is no, probably maybe the knife situation where the guy was screaming he had a knife and I was trying to go fight him again. But I think maybe the time where the 3 guys were kicking me in the head a bunch. That could have gotten nasty. In Seattle, both times were with you.
That was only 2 guys.
It was only 2 guys?
It was only 2 guys.
Kicking me in the head?
You got kicked in the head a little bit.
No, I got kicked in the head.
Did you?
I got kicked in the head like a bit.
Yeah.
I got kicked in the head like more than 5 times.
Yeah.
I got kicked in the head more than 5 times. So I don't know. I think maybe that's the most. It's hard to gauge.
Do you want to say why you got kicked in the head?
I don't. I'm gonna pass on that one.
Do you want to?
I get a couple passes in my life. I'm gonna pass on this one.
We're gonna leave a little bit of context out. Hey, you didn't deserve to get kicked in the head. You didn't deserve to get kicked in the head.
I don't think I did.
You did.
But I'm fine that I did get kicked in the head.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Fair. So, what's the most danger you've ever been in?
I was trying to think about that. I feel like it just maybe like just car stuff. You know, just like almost getting like horrific accidents sometimes.
Sure.
Like I remember one time you and I were driving in downtown Seattle really late at night. I don't remember what the situation was. I think we were like taking the ferry back from a show. It was one of the weird situations where we were actually riding together because we usually take 2 different vehicles. But like for some reason, I'm like coming down. There's like a fucking like highway bulkhead perimeter thing. I'm just driving, and then this fucking weird semi truck starts to like make a right into like the 3-lane road that we're on, and I was just thinking, okay, well they're gonna go into, you know, you're supposed to go into the furthermost right lane. It's like, oh, it's a wide truck, they got to go into the middle lane. Oh, it's a really wide truck. They not fucking see us, and they started just like fucking coming at us, and they were just about to fucking, and so I just literally like I went like fucking as fast as I could, and
Did they go into that lane?
I think so. I don't know. Yeah. I just remember we were going really fast, and then we almost lost control. And then you actually said, "Okay, I'll never question your driving again." And I was like,
"Have I ever questioned it?"
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
That actually reminded me probably of the most danger I've ever been in.
Okay, what was it?
I watched 2 people die immediately after this happened.
Oh, really?
I didn't see their physical bodies die, but I saw them die. I was driving on Bond Road, which is a pretty bad road.
Yeah, notoriously bad in this area.
Notoriously bad road. It's a 2-lane highway. People go 60 on it a lot. There's a set of really bad S curves, and I was driving coming from Peasbo, from the old Peebo, and there was a truck with probably a 32-foot camper on it. big old truck, big old truck. Shouldn't have any trouble towing that. Shouldn't have any trouble with control. But he did. As he, about 100 feet from me, the trailer started to fishtail behind him. So the trailer started to wobble.
Oh, fuck. And once you get those wobbles, so what the fuck do you do? Slow down?
No, you're supposed to speed up.
Is that?
You're supposed to speed up.
I'd be fucking dead then. That makes sense that you would speed up, though. That does make sense.
The guy did speed up, too. I had to pull, luckily it was at an area of bond that wasn't like a 20-foot embankment or something, but I had to, get, more than half of my car onto the gravel to avoid. It was, 3 feet into my lane, and it was swinging. This guy's going 50 miles an hour. So it would have been pretty much a head-on collision with a 32-foot camper going 55, and I'm going 50. So he speeds up to try and control the fishtailing. Doesn't fucking work.
Oh no!
I'm watching.
It just starts going crazier.
I see it. He starts to round a corner, and it goes L shape, and there's a sedan coming in here, and it just fucking.
Oh my god!
Wrapped around like a little 1,200-pound sedan.
Oh shit!
Killed fucking 2 people instantly.
And you saw this on the news?
I saw it happen.
And then I read about it later.
Yeah. The road was closed for 8 hours.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was wild. So that's actually maybe the most danger.
When was that?
Do you still feel cheated, Zimcolo?
Why does he feel cheated?
He feels cheated because we didn't have. He's got a good one.
Yours with the fucking acid with the hunting knife guy. Are you a good person? That's pretty fucking scary.
Yeah, that's you take the psychological one.
The
not
psychological,
the physical danger
no,
one.
I don't have a physical. I mean, I feel like there must have been. I mean, I went to elementary school in Virginia.
Whether you knew it,
like a Motel 6 for 8 weeks. As we tried to find a place. I don't know. And then the place that we ended up trying to find was that we got into was called the Brierswood Apartments or something in Virginia Beach. Maybe look this shit up. It was not a good place. One time I was walking on the side of the road and I found this picture on the side of the road. I opened it and it was just this fucking black guy in a Harlequin mask, just fucking ripped in his weird curved erection.
Oh, wow.
He was kneeling with a weird curved erection, and I remember
that is a confusing thing to find.
Really fucking confused, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Is this what I'm supposed to do when I grow up?
Dropped it, and I just kept.
Is this what I'm supposed to do when I grow up? You dropped it. You didn't keep it.
I didn't keep it.
I wish you had it. I wish you had it. God, I would pay $100. I would pay $100 to have you go back.
So that's some other psychological danger. You try fucking getting into that shit when you're 12, Zimcolo.
Yeah.
Oh, you got muted. Are you sure? Are we sure? I really hope we didn't. Somebody said we got muted last time, but then it ended up being a not muted situation. So we're good.
Muted.
We're not muted.
We're not muted.
We're not muted. Maybe we got muted for a second.
We're not muted. Zimcolo, we're not muted.
We're not muted. Goodness. Maybe we are.
Maybe we are.
So, okay, let's see. Getting into the news here. Do you guys, what do you want? Do you want to take something?
Oh, you know what? You know what time it is?
Oh, of course. Of course. Here, you set that up. I'm going to use the bathroom really quick.
Okay, sounds like a plan to me.
We're gonna have a sponsor break, folks.
Folks, we're about to have a sponsor break here. Our new sponsor is Cheez-Its. Taste the cheese. So, today, in honor of Cinco de Mayo, we've got a secret ingredient. Pardon my reach. Here we go. Here we go. You don't want to run these dry, folks. You don't want to run these dry. This is our Oster KX 6200. I'm so glad you were lying. I'm so glad you're lying. That's happened before, though. It's very confusing. This is our Oster KX 6200. It's a hell of a blender. $65 on sale. You can pick them up for $45. These will blend just about anything other than bones. They will not blend bones. Absolutely, I'm telling them about the blender.
God, that's a great blender.
So our Oster KX 6200, we're going to use this bad boy to mix us up a really refreshing cheese beverage today. Cheez-Its is, well, first of all, I've got to announce that we're super excited to be partnering with Cheez-Its for their
We're
puffed
really
line.
excited. I can't believe that Cheez-Its actually decided to sponsor us.
It's pretty crazy,
That's
honestly.
really insane.
This is a really exciting moment in our career. We've been looking for a good sponsor for a long time. You know, Cheez-Its just has that... They have that wildness. They got that wild flavor to them.
Oh my gosh. I mean, their brand is as good as their snack. That's what I love about Cheez-Its.
Absolutely. So you want to really max out on the cheese. The secret ingredient really here, though, because Cheez-Its has a lot of carbs. What it's missing, though, is fats, folks. You want to make sure to get a little bit of fats in there.
You want a nice oily base in that Cheez-It mixture.
Absolutely. This helps the Cheez-Its blend together. This really molds them into one. Now, you don't need to get too crazy here, because Cheez-Its already essentially provides perfection. The only thing they're missing, a little bit of fats and oils.
A little bit of liquid.
And some liquid. So, folks, I can't tolerate dairy milk very well, so we're going to go ahead and use almond milk. And we're going to go ahead and mix this in.
That's nice.
Now, this is going to take a little bit longer than anybody really wants, and I'm so sorry about that. But we are going to go ahead and mix these bad boys.
I don't think he actually is.
We're going to mix these bad boys up, and we're going to test out the new Cheez-Its. This is actually the exact... This is on their website.
This is one of the recipes that you go to Cheez-Its.com. You can follow this recipe.
Look up recipes and ingredients, and you're going to find...
This is actually the second best one.
I think so.
I like the pumpkin one.
The pumpkin one
is really good, especially in fall.
Yeah,
it really gets that vibe right.
Allison was
all right, I'm going to go ahead and cover the mic.
Cover the mic, and we're going live.
Here,
you got to
bring it up a little bit. Bring it up. That's nice.
We're gonna max it out. Honestly, it's a little quieter.
It's not as loud.
Oh God! Now you notice you're gonna get a nice orange. You're gonna get a nice orange blend. That mayonnaise really brings this all together.
Let me just.
Go ahead and get a little bit of it.
That's nice.
Perfect. Now you want to...
She sounds like she's working overtime.
She is working overtime.
She sounds like she's working overtime.
You want to give it a shake and a stir.
There it is. There it is. Here, we might need a little bit more milk. I'm sorry. I think I may have messed it up.
You did.
I may have messed it up.
You know what?
I wanted the optics.
The Cheez-Its are just a garnish. The Cheez-Its on top are just a garnish, folks. So what we've got here...
That's nice.
What we've got here is a nice
mixture.
A nice mixture, a nice thick drink. A nice thick... Have you ever had a protein shake that's...
Holy fuck. Yeah, it's
I think we need more milk.
Hey, he needs some more milk.
It's not liquid.
Okay, no.
It's not liquid. It's not liquid. Oh, fuck. We only did half the milk, folks.
We did half the milk. We tried to make our own recipe. This is why it's important to follow the recipe
Follow the recipe to the T. They're Cheez-Its for a reason, folks.
Honestly. And they're making more milk even still.
More milk.
He needs some milk. Should we do a little mayo for good measure?
I think
we're good with the mayo.
I already went 30% over on the mayo.
Does this fit your macros?
This fits my macros.
Okay. Here, what's happening is the brew level keeps... Yeah, there we go. That's nice.
Now we've got those Cheez-Its running down inside.
Now we got it. That's good. So if you're on the go and you have a busy CEO lifestyle, you can actually freeze these, and they can be a not a low calorie but a high nutrient.
Good for kids.
Great for kids.
Kids love Cheez-It liquid.
You can freeze these. You can put the cubes in your coffee. You can make popsicles for the summer. There's a lot that you can do. Go to Cheez-Its.com. That way you can see the full list that's available to you. But you can get really creative. You know, you can really get there with the Cheez-Its.
And if you prefer a thicker beverage, just half the milk like we did, and you've got a nice...
slurry.
A nice slurry, a nice cheese sludge.
I think I'm ready for a little tea.
Absolutely, I'm hankering.
My mouth is watering.
I skipped breakfast today.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
That's
now
nice.
we've got a nice thick...
We got it. Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
When you have a square logo in the middle of the screen, really makes things
it's making me rethink things. So we're gonna polish off the rest of this brew while we enjoy our oh so tasty Cheez-It beverage.
This is nice.
Cheers. Thank you to Cheez-Its.
Thank you to Cheez-Its, and also we're playing at the May 5th at... God damn it, I can't even say it anymore.
We're playing
it's May 5th today.
It's May 5th today.
We're playing at the Jules May Saloon.
May 5th at the Jules May Saloon Tavern.
Ugh.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up, baby. It's not horrible.
It's not.
It's really not horrible. I mean, why would it be? It's a Cheez-Its recipe.
Cheez-Its. It's delicious.
It's. I mean, I'm not like. I'm not ever gonna go back. I'm not ever gonna go back. That was the rest of that.
There you go. There you go. I'm never going back. I'm never going back to. So we're committing right now in this moment to never drink water again.
This is the only nutrient sustenance I need.
So we've probably got about 4 more brews in us before we're sent to the hospital. Yeah. Wow. I'm wondering where some of these flavors come from. There's notes of
nuttiness.
There's nutty notes. I mean, it could be the almond milk, but I don't taste that much nuttiness.
Well, and what's nice is it's really got legs. You see, like it's
crawling. It's crawling down the glass.
Full body cheese, really.
Crawling down the glass. This could make a nice dip. Half the milk recipe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would like that. I would really like that. We should put this in squirt guns.
We literally could.
We literally could.
It'd
be better than just the mayo.
Yeah, it would.
It would. So, 3 dead, including child in Newark shooting. Let's see here. CBS News.
They always got to get a kid. They always got to. Do you think they report? They
more
definitely
on children.
report.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Police say multiple people were shot on Watson Avenue, including a child who was shot in the chest, taken to the University Medical Center. The exact age of the child is unknown, but police say they are possibly around 7 years old. I love that.
Yeah, you're kind of digging in a little deep on a spot that
doesn't need to be explored. They're like, listen, we don't know, but probably about 7.
Kid under 10 would
The size of his organs, when I saw that he was shot in the chest, I could tell with his organ structure that he's probably about 7, maybe 8.
Probably about 7, maybe 8, but till we open him up, he's still alive. We can't.
He's still alive.
Until we open him up,
gosh,
we just
that's a darn shame. We don't know yet.
Aging these kids when they get shot's probably the most important part of my job.
People don't appreciate how much we gotta age kids here.
Gonna take my job? Are you gonna take my job away from me?
When I'm trying over here doing a good job for the citizens?
Pediatric organ aging is fucking art. And you're gonna say I gotta wait till the kid's deceased to open him up?
So in lighter news, hundreds of pounds of cooked pasta mysteriously dumped in New Jersey woods. Holy shit! That's actually a lot of pasta. You guys, imagine hundreds of pounds of pasta.
It's like, even more than I would have imagined.
Yeah.
It's even more than I would have imagined.
This is like...
It's like a geographical feature at this point.
Yeah. Is that hay or is that pasta?
Well, and one thing that I think you need to take note of is the fact that there's mounding in different areas, so I think it was possibly delivered by a wheelbarrow.
Sure, or just a big load of wheelbarrow.
It would have to be multiple loads, it seems like. Unless it was a truck slow dumping as they came back. That is some nice lighter news. Lighter news. Jesus.
Estimated it as a
These
5.
Cheez-Its are really...
we're getting fucking turned on Cheez-Its, bro. In her post, she criticized the mayor, saying he ignored the situation. It's pasta. Just let it go.
I mean, what happens? I feel like a new kind of fungus is going to develop. Like, there's something special is going to happen to that stuff.
Right. It's like when
I guess it's just the deer and birds are extremely happy.
We're going to have an obesity epidemic in New York woods.
Birds and deer.
6 to 10 grains are not good for deer.
Is this near the city? I feel like
it's in Newark, so I don't know where Newark is.
Neither do I. It doesn't sound like the
close,
city to me.
Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
What?
Well, just people started... While the visual sight of spaghetti and macaroni becoming one of nature's off-putting, many found it humorous and called it Mission Impossible. In a Reddit thread, somebody said that the lead suspect is a guy named Al Dente. So, we should send the perpetrators to the state penitentiary.
That's
what can we think of some? These guys have been noodling around.
We're gonna
bolognese a lot of spaghetti in them woods.
Damn. I mean, they took some pretty good ones.
They took some good ones, yeah.
What kind of pasta? Rigatoni?
Rigatoni.
They think the lead suspect's name is
Rigatoni.
Rigatoni?
The Tony the Rigger?
Tony the Rigger.
Tony the Rigger.
Also
if you've ever worked in
alias Tony the Rigger.
All right, we'll leave it up to Reddit for the puns.
We'll leave it up to Reddit. It's this Cheez-It has got me so excited about.
Let's just get back to what we do best. Walmart employee fatally shoots customer who tried to stop fight between two workers inside the store. Now that is a real ass fucking Walmart worker. That's awesome.
Let it happen.
I like that.
Let it happen. These guys.
Let it happen. You don't know the dynamic.
There is a
Chris and Joanne have
in this building.
The deli department and the fucking customer service department have really been at ends here, and the two Goliaths are coming together. So we're not gonna have some fucking citizen ruining the rightful gladiator battle that's happening between Walmart departments here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I think the Cheez-Its really have got me. I might need to
twisted
go.
on the cheese.
I might need to go so I can make some more.
Because you only had a little bit. So
I need to get more. We actually have to go.
We do.
It's 1:27.
Oh my god, we really have to go. Okay, an off-duty Walmart employee fatally shot a customer who tried to help a female employee who had gotten into a fight with another off-duty employee. With the off-duty employee. Tyrion Sterling, 22, is charged with first-degree murder for Tuesday's afternoon shooting at a suburban Fort Lauderdale Walmart.
So, and this was a Walmart employee. Like, you don't. I guess he's off duty. I'm just thinking.
But he brought a handgun.
On duty or off duty, you don't. There's just some very clear and distinct rules about this. You just don't shoot. Like, how are we seeing so many employees shoot people?
Oh my god! Okay.
I mean, this is a lot lighter than shooting a pregnant woman 8 times.
So what had happened was a guy, Tyrion, who was off duty. He went to see the female coworker who was on duty. They got in some sort of argument. The fight escalated, and then Sterling, the guy, dropped a handgun onto the floor while they're fighting. So then a male customer came to the Wooden's aid, tried to get the gun, but then Sterling grabbed his gun and was like, "Not today. I'm gonna kill Trina because she's a fucking bitch who keeps marking the UPCs wrong."
Wait! But he killed the random person.
He killed the guy, and Trina was spared.
Escaped.
I don't really know if her name was Trina. I don't think it says.
Well, Tyrion, Trina.
Trina, yeah.
We kind of match them.
We heard some shots. No one thought of anything of it. Then it kept.
Well, we can say for
sure. I love Modap Williams, the shopper. We heard some shots. No one thought anything of it. And then it kept going. So everyone started running, and I left my book bag. Nobody thought anything of it.
And nobody found my book bag yet.
Nobody found my book bag.
I've got a Kickstarter. I got a Kickstarter.
I am on GoFundMe and Kickstarter both. If anybody
he's committed to Kickstarter because he's starting a program not just for himself but a business
for all the other folks.
For everyone who's lost their handbag in employee-based shootings in Walmart.
There's dozens of them.
There's dozens of them. What we can safely say, folks, is that based off the news from the last month, don't go
anywhere
to grocery. Don't go fucking. Don't
anywhere.
go in your yard.
Unless you're strapped.
Don't be in your house. Get strapped.
Keep your box cutter ready, just like TT.
Get the assault rifles while you can. Fucking stockpile them, but most especially, don't go to Walmart. Just use their delivery service.
And most especially, don't sleep on Cheez-Its in a liquid base.
Absolutely, folks. We don't all have time to chew.
We don't.
But we all have time to swallow.
And we all have time to choose nutrition. And with that, we're playing tonight, 5 p.m.
Jules Mays.
Actually, not 5 p.m.
Jesus
8 p.m.
Christ,
I can't do it.
We can't go out 7 p.m. The Cheez-Its really got us riled up.
God, we're high on the
God, we're feeling fucking good.
We love you.